Alright, so for today's video, I'm going to be doing something a little different. I'm going to be doing a live commentary, better than all the other stuff I've done. But as you can see, we're going to be doing Wikihow, because I just thought about this, about how stupid Wikihow usually is. And as you can see, I have some links up here about stupid guides that I'm never going to need. And a little thing to note is that depending who wrote this over here is like how official it is. So this is co-authored. So a self-defense trainer was a part of this. So I guess he did like corrections or something. So they try to make it more realistic. Some of the points they have here are not terrible. Like they already how to win a street fight, and they already tell you to not fight. So yeah. So let's go through them. So obviously, step one is to defend yourself, stay safe, damage soft spots. Um, temple, it's like in between the eye and the ear, or just hit them in the eyes, or karate chop them in the throat. But yeah, hitting the nose blurs the eyes and causes pain. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Attack their legs, and they just attack your. How do you attack your opponent from behind if they're telling you to attack their legs and their weak spots, and they tell you to headbutt them? So I mean, we're like these things don't make too much sense. But it gets really stupid later. So they tell you to beware of your environment, stand at a safe distance unless you're ready to strike. So fight when you're ready to fight. I don't know. Cross your arms if they lunge at you, and then if you're fighting on the streets, then look around for a 2x4 or a beer bottle or a whole trash can to use in an alleyway, I guess, and then close in and just mercilessly bash them. This man was already in a fight. He's going in for round two. They tell you to stay relaxed, even though you're trying to defend yourself, and that doesn't sound easy. Now here's where it gets stupid. They tell you just to avoid the fight. So to defend yourself, just don't fight people. This is probably the best advice they give, unless someone's attacking you. Then they tell you you should know when to run and be as loud as possible. And then if authorities get here, then you need to leave. Or if you incapacitate a member of the group who tried to assault you, I guess. Or you just apologize. You're gonna fight someone in your office because they accidentally spilled something on them. I don't know if they're gonna be all. I don't know if an apology is gonna do it for them. That's what I'm trying to say here. I understand the seriousness of fighting. To be honest, they probably should put this as the very, very first thing. And yeah, a little stupid. And they tell you get fighting practice, or if you want to get out your aggression or enjoy fighting, then join a gym. Fine. And then we're moving on to one that I'm never gonna need. And then here's a little fun one: how to make an origami giraffe. This one was interesting. You know, this is probably the most helpful one there is on the website that I found. I've tried to do origami before. There's no way you're gonna catch me doing anything with paper. But this stuff doesn't seem too hard to follow. I don't know. I might just be stupid. I probably can't follow it myself, to be honest. And then we move on to just how to store muffins. Not just any muffins, baked muffins, and homemade muffins. So which isn't, huh, Mister Wikihow staff editor? Keep up, okay. Room temperature. Cover them. Okay. Ooh, so this is the big play. We use paper towels to preserve them for up to 4 days in a cool, dry place. Okay, okay. And reheat the muffins. What do you know? Keep them nice and stale in the pantry after you put it in an airlock container, and then just reheat them. Or freezing. I've I've actually seen this. Freezing them is actually a good idea, except for when you heat them up, it can be a little weird. That's okay. And then we moved on to probably the most ridiculous one I've ever seen on here. Is just to get taller fast. But unfortunately, there's no way of putting inches on your frame instantly. What? How does this make any sense? So 6 to 8% of your height is determined by your DNA. Sure, I don't know if that's true. I'm just gonna believe them because they're a registered nurse, and I don't care to fact check this. So 20 to 40% is influenced by environment. I don't care to fact check. I'll just trust the nurse. You feel me? Diet, health, exercise, sleep. And this is where they actually start making some sense to your growth plates where your bones grow. That's how like your body gets taller and whatnot. But they do have a point. Good diet, healthy exercise, lots of sleep can make you taller. So how do they explain it? Diet, vitamins, and minerals. So they're telling you to focus on the 20 to 40%, which uh, I don't know. And then then they tell you to be wary of miracle cure products. Across some supplements that claim to be able to make you taller miraculously. But according to our registered nurse, these don't exist. Some products may claim to be or contain human growth hormone, HGH, which stimulates growth. They are careful with this, as it cannot be taken as a pill. It can only be administered by a doctor. So what I'm hearing is there's a medication to make you grow more, but it should only be administered by a doctor. How do you get permission or like a genuine medical reason to take growth pills? And then they do this for a little uh, fact check. And since I have a brain, I know vitamin D comes from the sun and not all this garbage. But it's like it might. I don't care. Just go outside for a few minutes a day or something. And they tell you to sleep. Okay, this is actually pretty. They actually make some sense here. You only produce the human growth hormone while you sleep. So the more you sleep, then the more you develop muscle and grow taller. Okay, makes sense. And then exercise. Okay, hour of exercise a day to be healthy. If to give yourself the best chance of growing taller, try to exceed this amount. Oh yeah, all exercise is good, they say. Just believe them, I swear. Toe touches, cobra, cobra stretch. Line your front of your hands at your sides and push your body hands over your chest until you head back. I'm trying to imagine that in my head right now. That does not sound enjoyable. And then here they give you the they give you the hard truth, the hard facts that they didn't want you to know until halfway through. Is that you have to wait to grow. It's sad. You can grow into this, but you're gonna need like a year or two. Or if you might just be a late bloomer. If you think you're short, then you have that fraction of hope that one day you might not be short. Um, keep dreaming, I guess. I don't know. And they tell you to make the most of your height. Like this part actually makes some pretty good sense. Just your posture, if you're like slouching or if you don't stand uh straight. And they tell you to wear slimming clothing or yeah, so you know what your body should look like so that you can kind of strive for it. And they tell you to stand up tall and they want you to have shorter hair so that you can see more of it, more emphasis on your neck. Okay, this part probably makes the most sense, I guess. This is what me and the boys need to know, if you know what I'm saying. Cache information. If you don't know how, you literally just. Where's the history? I'm being a little stupid right now. Hold up. It's that easy. Just Control H, and then boom. Look at that. I might as well make a WikiHow article. Where were we? Yep, here. There we go. That's all I need to know. This is on Microsoft Edge, but for Google, it's nothing different. It's just Command H. Or in Google, it actually has it over here. So screw you, WikiHow. I made my own how-to, and then I saw this one, and I haven't actually looked at anything of this, but I guess this is to help you lucid dream. The pair is con advice I hear con in something, then I know not to trust it. But I'll give him a chance. Play video games in which your character can fly. Want me to play Flappy Bird or something? Come on, I'm not gonna take that crap. Check to see if you're dreaming. You never know. Go to sleep with a goal. Man's man's trying his hardest to sleep, but also fly. And this man has some wings on his legs because he's fantasizing about his desired dream about having ankle wings. Got mad respect for my boy right here. And then they tell you in order to fly while sleeping, you just fly. It's that easy, folks. And also, these photos nearly match up, which is disturbing. And then they basically start going into how to lucid dream, I'm pretty sure. Practice floating. And then they tell you it's that easy. You just fly. And then you just stay in the dream. Flying in a wild. I didn't ask. So how to fake a fever. Uh Raising I haven't read this. This is to try and fake something so you can uh try and get out of school. But these days you don't even need to do that because you have plenty of reason not to go to school at the current moment. But besides that, if when school comes back and you need an excuse, here you go. Raise the temperature of the thermometer. I've never heard of any of these before. So you just run under the hot water, except for I'm pretty sure your parent has enough of a conscience brain to realize that the thermometer's probably wet or at least like moist, even if you try to dry it off. So I'm not sure if that's gonna work. Or to shake the mercury. Let's type that metal tip on one end, the rest of I'm not sure if I've seen one of these before. Good luck with a mercury thermometer though. Heat it by rubbing. Okay, so you just make friction at the tip. Very suggestively, I guess. Digital readout on the other end. Oh, and then if you get a mouth thing, then eat hot. I'm not trying to eat soup in the morning and then try to pretend that I have a fever, so I can avoid that. And they tell you to basically commit self harm here, I guess. They tell you to heat yourself up so that when you get heated, then you'll actually be hotter. Spicy foods, yeah. But I mean, this cramp your style. If you're going full heat mode, then you're snussing out if you drink some milk. You feel me? Or you just suffocate yourself under a blanket, or exercise yourself to death, or spritz your face to make yourself sweaty, so that your body will react. I guess. Say that you're cold and hot people will feel after cold, even though their skin's from touch. Oh, just scare the ever living everything out of your parents. Act like you're tired. Let's go. Pretend that you don't have an appetite. Self harm. Let's go. Let's go. Person's about to shite themselves because they have a headache. You see, it's natural, but don't overdo it. Act realistic. So don't drown. Don't don't eat a bunch of spicy food you can't handle. Suffocate yourself under a blanket and then have a headache all at once. But if you get caught lacking, then confess. You feel me? For instance, say, right, Mom, I was only pretending to be sick. You fool. You fell for the oldest trick in the book. I ate 20 packets of jalapeno pepper sauce, and you were none the wiser, except for when I faked a headache, you see. My head wasn't hurting. You have to accept the consequences. Except for this is. Oh, what, you're gonna puss out? Get real. Accept the consequences. So the plan of faking being a fake being sick is they can play more video games. You feel me? But I don't know if I could accept the consequences. Don't worry about being pushed off the end of the world. You can work to earn their trust back. If you're doing this, then I don't know if they'll trust you again next time you are sick. And they might be more reluctant to actually help you. And then here's a good one. Just fall asleep. It's that easy, folks. What can I say? It's that easy. Try slow, deep breathing. Put a hands on your belly and then just breathe in and out. It's that easy to sleep, folks. Or just if you need to if having trouble going to sleep, just take medications. Never would have thought about that. You know what I'm saying? And now here, this one takes the cake. All right, are you stuck without a can opener? No problem. Don't you worry your little head. Can lids are made of a thin piece of metal that isn't difficult to break through. You can use a spoon if you just use raw force, a chef's knife, a pocket knife, or even a rock if you're out camping, I guess. Or if you're out, or just near, if you're at a barbecue. It's that easy. Position the tip of the knife at the inner edge, think like on one of the inner rings, and then lightly smack it. Lightly smack. It's that easy. And then just make holes through until until you make a bunch of thin holes. That way you can just rotate it while having the knife in one of the holes, or you can just pry it off. Oh yeah, this is what I've been waiting for. Flat surface, determination in your eyes, and then okay, inner edge, so around the rim, and rub it back and forth until you create a hole that the knife couldn't even dream of creating. You did it all for spoon, folks. Now, kitchen knife, chef knife, pardon me, you don't need this information. What you need to know is how to make your, I lied. You need to avoid the fight, guys. Come on, let's be real here. But that's all for today's video. If you like this kind of style, then, I don't know, tell me. I had some fun making this and finding these. And I'll have a second video up today. I didn't get the one I made yesterday was just a bit of a joke, and I was saying if it would do anything. That was a little social experiment, as the video is called, a social experiment. But I didn't plan that to be the day's actual video. So yeah, I'll be doing two today. This is one of them. Bye bye. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you know what I'm saying.